we are actually going to put Anna and Miranda on the hot seat for the contest. Let's talk about the contest and how that's going to roll out. So tell me, ladies, what are you thinking about to run your contest to get your downloads and your app activity?
Am I going first?
Go ahead, Miranda.
So we have been taking the information that we were giving from the contest to kind of apply it to the chamber. And our thought process behind it was to have two separate contests just to begin with. The first contest would be to either upload or edit a deal on our mobile app. With that being said, if you were to edit or upload a new deal, you would be put into a drawing for one of our new chamber gift certificates that we are just around the corner to getting out. However, because we're not fully up to date with the gift certificate and it's not quite finished yet, we haven't really been able to promote the contest. So hopefully we will get to that right after the gift certificate is finalized. And then after that, we were looking to do another contest, which was to download the app. So we would promote downloading the app, and then same deal, whoever were to download it, you'd be put into the drawing to win a gift certificate. And we were thinking that we could do a drawing every week of the month for the month that we're doing the contest.
Okay, so first of all, the first contest that you're going to do is not going to really get you downloads, but it is going to get your app populated and teed up for your next one. Okay, so I like that idea that you're going to be getting people active. Now, just a couple suggestions, take this for what you will. I love the idea of offering a chamber certificate. However, in the current climate, that's going to cost the chamber money, right? What about offering to some of your heavy hitters to be the sponsor of the contest?
That's the part I forgot to add. Carol and I did talk about that, to get a sponsorship for each one.
Now, how much of a gift were you thinking is going to get people motivated?
Yeah, we haven't really discussed that part of it. Off the top of my head, I would assume that we would do a $20 gift certificate, but that's a good point. And I will definitely run that by her to see if we should talk about a different price range.
Well, I think you should, because I think that a lot of the businesses aren't going to do it for 20. Now, what you could do is you could still use the gift certificates from the chamber, but you could say, these gift certificates are sponsored by Unleashed Mobile Apps. These gift certificates are sponsored by TBG Network. Or you can also go to places that do physical stuff, like Nothing Bundt Cakes or From Olives to Oil, and say, do you have a gift card or a package that we could do? You can still run it through chamber dollars if that's the way you want to, but then those chamber dollars would have to be spent at, right? And I think you might have trouble getting some people to sponsor the gift card, the chamber gift card, because it won't necessarily be spent at their location. The idea is to have to stop in From Olives to Oil, and that's how they would have to pick it up. They'd have to be given a certificate, go into From Olives to Oil, and pick up whatever the gift basket is or whatever that she's giving, so that when they are in the store, they will spend more money at From Olives to Oil or Nothing Bundt Cakes, or those are the only two I can think of right off the top of my head. But you get what I'm talking about. Or even restaurants, right? Yeah. Some places, Here's a Dining, that would actually be really cool if you could get like Bravo or some of those other places to sponsor, because you know people are going to spend more money when they go in there to do that. Now, you get a business like myself to be able to sponsor, I would need to do a chamber card, because who is going to do a gift certificate to me? I'm a very limited audience, right? So that would be something that you would want to take a look at. when reaching out, and this is actually almost a Carol reach.
Mhm.
The one-on-one, she's got those kind of relationships. She's well respected, and she would be the one to be able to say, hey, I need this.
Mhm.
And boom. I would look at doing at least $100 and possibly even doing a first, second, and third place.
Mhm.
Seeing if you can get, if you ideally could get 50, 100, and 250, that would be great. But that may not be practical in today's climate. You never know. I mean, and like, I wouldn't go back to Tom at TBG because he's already doing something. I'm already doing something with Anna and, well, the whole chamber. So, but you definitely have even like your banks, your financial guys. Think of the ones that are doing really well during this pandemic.
Mhm.
and have them do that, or somebody who might need some push, like a Judy Murphy, for example. She may say, I will do a free press release.
Mhm.
And that can really be golden. And ultimately people can see what kind of service she does if they don't know already, and leverage and use Judy.
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I would go, is to make it so that it's worth people's times,
Mhm.
and to have first, second, and third. Because if it's only one prize, people will peter out if they feel they haven't gotten enough. They want something else to jazz them.
Yep.
Same thing, especially when you do the downloads. Maybe not so much the making the change or adding, because that's just everybody's level on the same playing field, that they go in, they get one, but then build this up as a double step for the contest. And maybe that's it too, is that the winner of that also gets showcased on the download contest.
Mhm.
Just showcased, not necessarily in the to force them to give away a prize per se. But that's kind of how I would do that. The other thing, how are you going to get the word out?
Very good question. My best guess is we would highly promote it through our constant contact emails, especially to our members, because that's what we kind of heavily use to get member-related information to our members. If it's the downloading app and that's to our audience or the public, I would assume we would heavily advertise and promote it on our socials, as that's our form of contact. But that's another thing I would have to run by Carol.
No, I get that. And I'm just throwing out a whole bunch of ideas for you to have discussion, right? Okay, so let's talk about this wonderful thing that you guys just did for women in business, where you highlighted all of us that responded, which blows my mind that some people didn't respond. Here, we want to give you free advertising. And they didn't do it. I don't get that. But welcome to the world of reality. How did that go over? What kind of social response did you get on that?
I would say it was relatively good.
Relatively good? I'd agree, but.
Yeah, we got a lot of comments and shares on it. So it was really nice.
A lot of comments, a lot of shares. Yep.
Yeah. And on our website too, so that can
get
website clicks.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of click through from social to the website. So
okay, awesome. So how about you do this for the first contest, which is going to be teeing up the second part of the contest, is to create a standard post that says olives to oil, from olives to oil, just added a new deal to our app. And then olives to oil is tagged, and you tell them this is to be eligible in the contest. When we post it on our social, you must share it, because you can see who shared it. And the more times you share it, the more entries you will get. And now they're promoting that they've got the app, and the app link will be in there, and you're going to start to get some downloads. And I realize that you want to have your download contest, but this is also going to get you downloads and get people with the activity. And you can have it where check out my new deal, on the Brookfield and make it a standard one, right? So then every time you see somebody has updated or changed it, you now post it on your social, LinkedIn, Facebook. Those are the two you're using, right? LinkedIn and Facebook. You're not doing Instagram. You are?
Sorry, for the National Women's?
No, across the board. Brookfield Chamber, they're doing Instagram now too?
Yep.
Instagram, yep.
You guys know how to do that? I'm proud. Oh, that's because we brought in some youth into the group. Got it.
So we're not, I mean,
We brought youth into the group. No, actually what we brought is help into the group. Carol could not do it all before. So tell them, you can share it on all three platforms, and then you're going to tag the business owner. You do one post at a time so that it's not a group post, one post at a time, and then you have them share it. Or you could even do more than one post, more than one person in a post. Today, these people updated their, right? Because you can still see individually who shared it and how many times.
Yep.
And then have them share it. And that gives them an extra entry into the contest and gets them engaged. And look at the power of getting that message out. We did a post on one of our apps, Easy Beasy app, which I know I've mentioned many a time. And it was a joke. I mean, it was a funny haha, it wasn't a cartoon, but it was a meme, right? And it was right on point and target, and it got 37,000 views and 260 shares. Yeah, the power of many. So you have some very good influencers within the chamber, and you get people like Jennifer, and this is ways to also get people who may not be able to offer a community deal, like JB. Okay, I don't know what deal she would give. I mean, she does have some stuff, a free course and to clean out my mailbox and stuff like that. But you have some people who can't really give community deals per se. But if you got them, even if you can't change your deal, the more you share, the more you're in the drawing. And that way you're involving people and getting it on, Tom Mitt, he's huge on LinkedIn. Judy Murphy, who may not necessarily offer a fantastic deal, but she'd share like crazy and allow people to have that. What do you guys think?
I think that's really smart.
yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. We're going to circle back on that for your second contest. I wanted to focus on the one in the first place. And then we'll keep an eye on the downloads and see how that's going. And then for the download one, we'll start doing more push notices, like weekly, of saying, check out the new deals by, and then just kind of list who, what, where kind of thing. So I think that would be way cool. Awesome. Awesome. Stacy, you got anything to toss in on that?
I think that would probably be the best thing, of just constantly sharing it. I think that it's like the contest is like amazing. I like totally, my girlfriends do it with all kinds of like facial stuff, and I think they're really fun.
Yep. Yep. So here's part, go ahead, Stace.
Are you going to put a prize with it too? I don't know if I heard anything like that. If the prize is included, I mean, you're going to do a contest, but is there like another prize if you keep like shared here, you share here, you know what I'm saying? Then there's like constant winners, but like $5 gift cards or something like Starbucks, if you, be like the one that shares it the most or something. I don't know, like.
Oh, that's. Well, yeah. So we're going to do it by week, but I think it would be cool to have levels on it.
Yeah.
Ongoing kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. And even if you have it where for every share, every change, you get one entry into the drawing, and then the winner is drawn from there. Or you can also have it for the top share, the top 3 shares. You can do a lot with that. but that can definitely be ways to do that. And even if you have some businesses who want to share in on the prize, think of what you would do for like your annual meeting and the silent auction. There were a lot of prizes there that had nothing to do with the business, but people did it just to get their name. Like they put together a tailgate package or, et cetera, that kind of stuff. And you might even be able to get some people to do that. But the key is where they're going to pick it up. And, if you have a prize going out to a specific brick and mortar place, they'll go and they'll pick it up. So that is super awesome on that. Now let's take it one step further. Another way to promote it, which is really important, is to do video, extended video, talking to the community. And I think mine actually was pretty rock star, so I'll be sharing that soon. But I had a conversation on video, and it was not salesy. It was just inviting to talk to me more about what I do. And yes, it took me a lot of takes. A lot of takes. And the first one that I did, I sent it down to my daughter who is in the field. She's in the entertainment field and does filming all the time. And I said, so what do you think? She was, you can do better. And I was like, okay. So one thing that she had me do, if you're going to be filming yourself, is to actually have a photo or something of somebody that you're looking at just beyond the camera. And so when you're talking to them, you want to be able to look at this and as if you're talking and speaking with somebody. If you're actually doing the video for somebody, like let's say you're holding it up for Carol, she can be speaking to you like you're the one holding the camera. But your video needs to be speaking to like one, not many. Because that's exactly what happens is that people who are watching the video, they're not watching it as many. They're watching it as one. And, it's like the old military recruiting posters. We want you. And it's always the one person that they're talking to, so that's kind of something that's really, really important. And I think you need to do a series of videos. They don't have to be long, but it has to be Carol inviting. You could even go to one step on the post itself to have Carol jump on and say, hey, we just want to let you know that these people added new items to our app today. So make sure to check them out. They are really, really cool. And then you list, she would list off who they are. And then in the post itself with the video attached, you're going to get more hits. So Stacy, when you get ready to launch yours, what do you, the app contest is mainly to get people's attention, to get the download, to get it out there. What kind of stuff might you be thinking about for a contest?
That's a good question. I really haven't thought about it yet, to be honest with you.
Well, one thing that I'm thinking about for you with the app contest is you can have in the app itself, and both of you can do this in your app. Most of the apps can, not all of them can do it, but those of the loyalty program can do this, where you can have a share our app. We've added that on to we haven't added it onto the chambers yet. It's about to be added. But what it does is it'll help you keep track of how many times the app is shared. And that's what you guys are going to need for your second contest. But Stacy, for you can give points and stuff if you want. And those points can equal something.
Okay.
So just like what you guys can do is we can give points for every time the app is shared by whoever, and they send it out and they share it. They can share it. When you go on the app, it'll give you the option to share it socially, via email, and via text. And then you can see how many times that's been shared. And you can assign points to it. And in your case, for the chamber, that can become points for the drawing, not necessarily points for get 10 points, get $10 off or whatever, right? But Stacy, for yours, again, you could get sponsors for that.
Okay.
And do it either as a drawing or, share it X amount of times and receive a $5 gift card to whoever is sponsoring it at that time, like whatever, Starbucks, Speedway, wherever $5 would be worth the
Okay.
time.
So like $5 from sponsors for like
Yeah.
Starbucks or whatever. Okay.
Yeah. And stay away from those. I've had bad experiences, personal experience here. It's got nothing to do with anything. It's my personal experience. To stay away from the $5 online only cards that are Visa cards. They're almost impossible to use.
Mm-hmm.
I actually tried to use it on Amazon, and the problem is that Amazon only accepts one payment type. So it's not like you can apply the $5 and then you can, put the rest on another credit card. And the other thing that it wouldn't let me do is you can't buy a gift card for Amazon for $5, because that was my other thought, is buy a card,
Right.
But for me to take it to like a store to use it, they have to punch in all the numbers, and well, we all know how much time people love that. So yeah. Whereas if you get a gift card to a place, even an Amazon card or a any of the gift cards that are for a place, a Starbucks, a Speedway, a Subway, whatever, people they usually have a second alternative plan for second part of the payment. When you're talking just a $5 gift card, it's a little challenging.